chest down. Play with it, no bust down. Try to take my chain, I'ma bust down. Bust down, bust down, break it down, bust down, bust down. 30, 50, 100, I'm down. I keep high up. Yeah, it's my decorating. Draw 6 like PlayStation. PlayStation. Can't keep my weight. My impatient. Whoa. Remix in the base, in the den, in the kitchen. Post 3 times 10. Hurricane chopper, a baby. Got weed like Sinead. No, hey, throwing them like Ludo. I'm older. I pass the excuse me. My feet down here. Cold with it like Martin. Break it down, pick it up, put it up, bring it back. Then up, it's a buzz down. Got it in the old name, the buzz. We don't even here, we just buzz down. Got my on the roof, don't make them buzz down. It's a buzz down, run through the grass like a touchdown. Play with it, no buzz down. Try to take my chain, I'ma buzz down. Buzz down, buzz down, buzz down, buzz down. 30, 50, 100, down.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston. Tonight, the Boston Celtics getting set to match up with the Los Angeles Lakers. Walker into the front court. He'll run the offense. Jay, for once, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. To Walker. Down to 5 on the 24. Trying to cash in. Tatum shot misses. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Walker throws it up. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
James into the front court. 2-point advantage. They go down to Davis. Off the assist.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To Jaylen Brown. The pass taken away by the Lakers. To James. Shot from the lane won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
To Davis. Anthony Davis. 2 for 2. That's what you want. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Danny Green. Huge block. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. Davis. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kemba Walker. Cousins. Beyond the arc for 3. He engulfed him that time. Walker with the basketball. 8-2 our score. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Ooh, I like that.
Celtics have it. To Hayward. Goes to the left side. Walker. Surveys the floor. To Cantor. And it's Cantor above the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. LeBron with it up top. 10-6, our score. To Davis, down low. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kemba Walker. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Stepping in for LA, number 0, Kyle Kuzma.
Kuzma. Fires the three. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
You know what I love about this kid, Ed? His eyes never once wandered to where the defender was. They stayed fixated right on his target, the basket. That's why he's a prolific shooter.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics.
Take that, right over.
James.
Screen.
LeBron James missed his first. That one goes.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
JaVale McGee with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To James. No good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Not today. To James. LeBron James. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Whistle blows. It's an 8-second violation. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes.
Stepping in for the Celtics, number 4.
James.
He sent that. Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
Oh, you wide open. Knock that down.
James. Fires the three. Double figures in the first quarter. Now at 10, including that three.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah, me and you. I'm here.
To Marcus Smart. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Kuzma. To James. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, LeBron James. Not much more the defense could have done. He hits the contested three.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Lakers at the controls right now. To James. Lets it fly from long range. McGee punching it home with the putback slam.
JaVale has such a good nose around the basket until he doesn't.
What are you saying there, Jay?
It's 50-50 sometimes.
Well, hopefully it's half glass full in this regard. To Jaylen Brown. Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go. To James. LeBron James. He's now 4 for 6.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
The drive, right to the basket. Rondo. That misses with 3 seconds left. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. So far, it's been all Lakers. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. To Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Into the front court comes Rondo. His guys holding the big lead. A lot of contact on that play. He
Substitutions. Entering the game for the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 15, DeMarcus Cousins.
Walker. To Hayward. For 3. Message received. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And Kemba Walker, muscle memory put to good use there. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Count the basket at the rim.
Bulldogs. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
To Davis. Danny Green. Down low, Boogie. DeMarcus Cousins. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Count it.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Down to Green. Nice pass to get things going.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Hayward. Anthony Davis. Snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Walker. He was all over him. To Caldwell-Pope. Finish that. Celtics have it.
Match up, match up, match up.
To Cantor. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. It's no good. Great defense. To Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Anthony,
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. To Kemba Walker. DeMarcus Cousins pins it. This will get out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins.